finally got another build today, and it is going to be the grinder book deck. Yes, comrades. Okay, I'm not gonna do that freaking Russian accent the entire video because I just don't want to go on. Anyways, we have the grinder perk deck this time. We got Sokol the grinder. So this one, let's see how this goes. So let's see what we have here. Histamine. Sorry I butchered some of the names, but I'll just go through. Damage an enemy deals 1 life point every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds. This effect stacks but cannot occur more than once every 1.5 seconds, and only while wearing the 2-piece suit or lightweight ballistic vest. Adrenaline. Damaging an enemy now deals 2 life points every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds. You gain 20% more health. Endorphins. Damaging an enemy now deals 3 life points every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds. Increase your chance to pierce enemy armor by 10. Dopamine. Damaging an enemy now deals 4 life points every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds. You gain 20% more health. And Euphoria. Damaging an enemy now deals 4 life points instead of 0.3 seconds for 4.2 seconds. Increase your chance to pierce enemy armor by 20%. Holy shit, that's a lot of freeze. Holy shit. If there's ever a drinking game, when I say free a lot in this video, I bet a lot of people get drunk. Well, mostly me. Anyway, what is the perk deck all about? Well, it seems to be increasing your health, but also dealing damage regenerates your health. So, you're you basically have, your bullets have vampire rounds. So once it hits an enemy, guess what? You get healed somehow. So of course it gives you a little bit of health. So if you need to find health and you need to take cover, shoot a little bit and you get your health back. So it's like playing veteran difficulty in the Call of Duty franchise. Except you just get health regen, you just take cover while your health regenerates. In this game, well, you have to damage enemies, then take cover, so you get your health regen. This also a bit more health as well, so it's similar to the Gambler perk deck as well. They have the same health value, but I also borrow a little bit from Rogue. You get a chance to pierce enemy armor by 20%, but I think Rogues, it's a 25% chance, so they have a 5 extra more chance to pierce, but it's still kind of nice if you don't have the skill. But if you have the Surefire Ace, it basically negates this perk deck ability, but it's good if you don't have it. And also, this is the perk deck that actually requires you to actually wear 2 different armors, either a 2-piece suit or a lightweight ballistic vest. If you try to equip other ones, you will never get the benefits of the health regen. Only the extra health value you get with it. So yeah, stick either a 2-piece suit or a lightweight ballistic vest. So in terms of my skills, well, I went ahead to get a few health, well, same basic. I know I would have Joker skills, but this time I'm not going to do without it because I want to see how much health regen you can get. A few little itsy-bitsy skills that go for a little bit of, well, armor regen. It says to get health regen, why not a little bit of armor regen as well? Of course, the same thing for the weapons I'm going to pick, which is an assault rifle. Now this is where, since I'm using a 2-piece suit, I'm gonna go for myself a bit of a dodge build, especially crits build. And And this time I will include Unseen Strike. After all, I do love to run this with my ICTV, so we'll see how it pairs well with both. And yes, Low Blow and Unseen Strike actually stacks. So you're dealing even more damage, which is even crazy. And I bought extra prestige, which is even more insane. So on for his melee weapon choice for Sokol, he picks, of course, since he's well, a hockey player from Russia. Of course, it makes sense he has a hockey stick. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised they would have. I mean, I don't think it really matter if they would have changed the heister from, you know, adding a Canadian heister, and guess what? You still got that grinder perk that you got the hockey stick. I think the only difference you're probably gonna have is the weapon choice, because Canadians don't arm themselves with the AS FAL, which is this particular assault rifle. And what makes it more unique to this weapon, it is an integrated suppressor, so it's built in right from the get-go, and it does have one of the highest concealment of all the assault rifles, tied with the sub 2000. So let's see the attachments I have with this on. So I went ahead and picked the prototype barrel, a concealment boost, and the compact laser module. The other unique attachment you can have with this is the solid stock. Even though you get 20 more stability, the weapon already has a maximum stability by default. Usually 64, but you can get even more with this, but it's pretty damn insane. Of course, I went ahead with the 5.7 pistols, my secondary, deal with those pesky little shields, with the tin treated barrel, the rototic suppressor, or the rototic suppressor, a team boost, micro laser, extended mags, and no sight. And of course, my throwable will be the Molotov cocktail, since if you have fire and the damage constant over time because of the burn damage, such as the dot, which is damage over time, pairs well with grinder. Sadly, I don't have a kunai knife, which, if coated with poison, would work with grinder as well. So I picked first aid kits. Oh, not first aid kits. There we go. Doctor bag, two-piece suit, and pretty much pretty standard. Now, back before, as I say, that, of course, the Canadian forces never use ASVAL. I think a weapon we would have is the C7, which is essentially a Canadian version of an M16. But enough to talk about that. We're not talking about Canadians. We're talking about our Russian build here. So that's the build. Now let's start grinding. Now I would have picked boiling point for the for Sokol, but I'm saving that for a later heister. But for now, Alaskan deal, it's probably more fitting. After all, it's cold and, well, very fitting. So let's talk about the grinder perk deck, and yes, I am playing on Death Wish because this perk deck is definitely, well, basically godly on lower difficulties, but not for the highest difficulty, which is Death Sentence. Because the enemies do more damage than you get your health back.
What do we do now?
So the grinder perk deck.
I would have liked to do this another way, but I was made an offer I couldn't say no to.
So it's
There's some
basically
bad energy in here, guys.
Yeah. Wait, what am I? Oh shit! That's right. I'm picking Sokol Gray. I got this. This stone heiser named Odie.
So long, my little smiling friend.
Oh, that's fine.
Stand on.
LOCKE got away, but we'll have our payback later. The ship by the docks belongs to the butcher. Looks like she got sold out too. Help them out, and maybe they'll give us a ride out.
So grinder perk deck,
Keep freeing the
all
prisoners.
about health and my health back with no problem, even though I took a little bit of damage. And as for the ASFAL, well, it's probably one of the best weapons to introduce with the perk deck. You know, it's fast, lightning. Okay, stop aiming at those dudes. There we go.
There he is.
You must help free Captain Sokol. He's behind order.
Finally found.
A saw? Good. That's gonna come in handy. You need to help the captain. Cut the door open.
Oh shit, Dave! Got the taser! Bulldozer! Bulldozer! Catch him! It's a taser! Give him back! Taser eliminated! Shield! Shield eliminated! Got the shield! For fuck's sake! The shield's dead! Shield! Look out! Walker! Walker's dead! It's a shield!
So I'm gonna take it to my advantage.
Drop the gun!
And look how much health I get back.
Get your ass!
As long as you don't take much damage, it's really good. And sadly, you're down. Okay, luckily, well, useless Bodhi revives Dallas.
One less sniper! Let's get it open! Shield!
For fucking too far away from that saw in case it breaks down.
Got the shield! Coming!
So of course the downside with the ASFAL is
Sniper dead!
you really have a low magazine capacity, being 20 rounds. So with Surefire Basic, you'll definitely increase it to 35.
Enemy has no more medicine! Got the taser!
But thanks to having such a low stability, it has definitely one of more controllable recoil. And definitely fits well with the grinder perk deck itself.
Shield's dead!
It's definitely one of the more amazing perk decks, but definitely not one of the more useful perk deck for Death Sense, because it's just really that bad.
One less dozer! Drop the weapon now!
And thanks to the well, chance to appear enemy penetrate is nice as well.
Good. Butcher sent help. Untie me. I contact you with instructions when I am back on ship.
Drop the weapon!
And well, the downside, another downside is
Wanna get out of there?
you can't use it with the other armor besides the
Start breathing.
two-piece suit and lightweight ballistic vest, because
Sniper!
it really sucks. Because
Get up the sniper! Can somebody
I think the reason why they didn't added it is they would think it probably would be way too OP, even for the highest difficulty for Death Wish at the time. But to me, I really think they need to change it quite a bit and make it available to all armor. But make it a way that you can actually get less health back since you were carrying heavier armor. Kind of like a little bit how anarchists kind of work. Just make it a little bit more unique.
Sniper! Sniper out! Drop the weapon now! Get your hands up!
And if anything, maybe the black dozer is a bigger threat than the green dozer. when it comes to the grinder users. And also, since this is a perk deck, you really don't want to have a weapon that deals high damage, and plus, don't worry if you're missing a lot of shots. After all, at least one of your shots will hit eventually, and you get your health back.
Oh shit, one less team. Oh shit, look out, Daisy! Taser got white. Sniper taken care of.
Diesel oil is pumping again.
So, your almost your best chance is just deal damage and just get health back like this. And there's the medic right next.
Reloading hose. It's pumping air.
Bulldozers down. Get the move on. I'm coming.
Good. It's working again.
No more medic. Got the taser. One less team. Shield down. Got the shield. Oh shit, bulldozer.
The diesel is now at half. Something wrong with bomb.
I really like this assault rifle. It's
Working again.
really fun, and what makes it even better is it's more unique because it has a built-in attachment.
With hose.
One less shield.
And I started to think that Overkill started doing that later on, since there's really hard to auditionate from different weapon and classes in terms of low damage, high damage, and medium damage assault rifles.
Got the taser. Got the dozer. Got the medic. Oh shit, taser. Enemy has no more medicine. Oh shit, taser.
Good. It's working again.
Oh shit, shield.
Alright? Making good progress, so get cracking.
And at least the AS Val has some good ammo pickup, so
You must check pump. It's not working.
helps well.
Diesel oil is pumping again. Hose has been disconnected.
I really hate doing this sector so much, especially the cat to keep repeating. Something wrong with hose. Something wrong with pump.
Does little fuel to go.
Oh my, for freak's sake!
Wrong with pump. Diesel oil is
Oh my god, really?
again. You must check pump. It's not working.
You're joking me! Something wrong with Alaskan deal. Something wrong with build. Something wrong with this medic.
Pumping air. Good. It's working again.
Something wrong with meme. I want someone to actually make those memes of this freaking captain. Something wrong with Dozer. Something wrong with Rich.
Something wrong with hose.
Oh my god, I'm having way too much fun with this game. Even though it's already been 7 years. Ah, finally.
Now we need to
Something wrong with Skull Dozer. Something wrong with your
Bulldozers
targeting
eliminated.
system.
Drop it down! Now! Get down on your knees!
Alright, now I can just move on to other objectives now. So make sure you get some, of course,
Come with me!
get some hits, and then you can finally do a objective like this. Oh, that's a minigun dozer.
Get on ship, everyone. We must leave now. Convoys must be removed and ship descended.
Oh, really, Dallas? And we had to leave. Oh, wow. Oh, that is satisfying. Seeing a minigun dozer burn alive. And I feel sad to leave Dallas alive. Something wrong with Dallas.
Shields history! Put your motherfucking shields history! Taser eliminate has no more medicine! Medic enemy has no more medicine!
Holy shit, that's a hot spot for the Molotovs to be. Yeah, there we go. I only got down because of that black dozer
I'll make some calls.
right in the
Find out
opening.
what really happened to Locke.
So yeah, grinder perk deck. It's a really damn awesome. Oh wait, I didn't really show up much of the hockey stick, but the thing is, the hockey stick is not really that good anyway. But everything else, the weapon, definitely a 9 out of 10. Grinder perk deck. If it's viable for Deathwish difficulty, definitely another 9 out of 10. But if it's Deathwish viable, I'm just gonna give it a 3 out of 10. But yeah, it's very enjoyable. I just really wish you can use other armors with it besides the 2-piece suit and the lightweight ballistic vest. So thank you for watching, everyone. Until next time, we'll cover up the Yakuza perk deck. Until then, farewell, and have a wonderful day, everyone.